what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany, back better, another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is, I know what it is. We both know I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping. We doing a Dougie bow, our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, y'all, so in today's video, we are getting the tea behind the Playboys. As y'all know, or if you don't, that Playboys Season 3 cast has been revealed. But, baby, when I tell you, it is the host and the co-host who have got into it about this position, okay, at hand. But we're going to get into that. Before we get into that, we're going to get into everybody that we know. Some people who are somewhat familiar faces, special guests. We're going to get into all them first, and then we're going to come into the mall and the Landon tea. So let's get into the cast. So first of all, Rich Zay. I love the fact that Rich Zay is back. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I love the fact that he back. Everybody in yellow is the new people, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. We not going to talk about them because I don't know them people. I don't know them. I do not know them. But Rich Zay being back, yes, they ate that up. I'm glad they brought Rich Zay back because he was one of my faves. He was a key, but I feel as though he could be more of a key. We can get more. Nickel Boy. Y'all know that's Isaiah's brother. Hit too hard. That's Hit Too Hard. It's Mr. Hit Too Hard. No shade. Don't really need Mr. Hit Too Hard coming back. And that's no shade. I just don't feel as though he gave a lot. The last season, I think he was real comfortable because Isaiah is his brother. But Nickel Boy didn't give Nickel Boy. It just gave background character, in my opinion, till he had to get to fight with like Dooley and I think the twins, if I'm not mistaken. That's like when he finally started giving something. But even then, it wasn't enough for me to be like, okay, bring him back. You know? It wasn't enough. Dre. Again, no. Background character, you know, he had like the last episode, he was supposed to give us something, never gave us anything. Very much never gave anything. Just there looking nice. Looking real nice or whatever. But not nice enough to come back for a season 3. Okay, thank you. No. Okay, the boy I got circled, Ken. Okay, him and the other boy I got circled named Zay. They were on Valley Boys Season 1. They was fighting down on Valley Boys Season 1. I didn't necessarily watch Valley Boys in depth, but I know that them two just kept getting into it. If I'm not mistaken. I could be lying because I didn't really watch it, but from the trailer, I'm believing that them two was getting into it. And the boy Ken, like every time he see this one particular person, he always fight them. I don't know if it's this Zay boy though, but they are from Valley Boys. Landon with the Valley Boys, Manman with the Valley Boys, and from what they saying, they was fine down. So them two in particular, like I said, came from Valley Boys, and I think that's what made them get casted. And plus, I believe they went to the audition as well, but they are two faces to look out for. WAP. As y'all know, WAP was security. He has been security for a lot of Isaiah shows. I'm glad WAP is on here. WAP is the same person. See, this is why, let me tell y'all something. That's why I said this is a series, okay? My channel is a series. It never gave new, because a lot of these people be background coming to the forefront. So WAP is the same dude that allegedly told Fly 9 girlfriend at the time, Tashi, that Fly 9 was hugged up with him on Mean Girls. Allegedly. Hugged up on him, kissed him and everything, but didn't never let him do anything else because Shantae's got a girl at home. Simple, okay? Y'all ain't know. But that's WAP. And then he also said, too, allegedly that Sway banned him because he was supposedly had pepper spray at the Mean Girls thing. But you're casted. I guess they got back cool behind the scenes. I don't know, child. But he on here. Want to see what WAP give. Because WAP swear he this rich. Oh, I'm a pimp a play. I'm a play a pimp. We gonna see. Fun Dip. No shade. Never needed Fun Dip back on my screen. ever, never. It never gave Fun and Dip. It never gave, I wanted to see Fun Dip back. Never gave that. Never gave. Solo. I want to see Solo, but I need more from Solo. Like, Solo do got a little hand on him. As y'all know, he did Dooley wrong. And Dooley is not on here, y'all. What? Crazy. Y'all know Dooley usually be like a special guest. Dooley is not special guest this season. Apparently, allegedly, like I told y'all, when they banned the Cash, they banned the Dooley. So they on the ban list. I don't know if it's forever or what, because now that TV is very forgiving, but they just now this year put their foot down. So I don't know. We might see him season 4. We don't know. But anyways, Solo, I need more from Solo. Like, I don't need just hands. I need a little more personality. Not even a little, a lot more personality. Because Solo never gives personality. You know, Solo gonna get in the field, but Solo don't be giving personality. And I wonder, is him and Landon gonna get that? I need to know. Okay, moving on to some more familiar faces and non-familiar faces. So, Shinx is coming on here. Okay, y'all know Shinx is handsome, and he definitely got a little squabble on him, a big squabble on him. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He really gets out there in the field. Okay, Tyler needs to come next. No shade. I would love to see the brother, okay? Thank you. But he is coming on here, apparently, allegedly, as y'all been on the streets, Kobe and Isaiah got into it about Shinx. If y'all ain't know, now you know, allegedly. They got into it about Shinx. Don't know why. I don't really see Shinx messing with Isaiah, but time will tell, and I'll keep y'all uploading, I'll keep y'all posted. But anyways, they got into it about him, but Kobe is not coming back. But I do want to know, because I'm messy, I want to know, is Kobe going to do the lives on Playboys? I want to know. I'm sure he will, because a coin is always involved. But I just want to see what it's going to give. I want to see. Kyle. So if y'all do not know, Kyle is the one who jumped Ivory. But that's in the next video. Make sure y'all go watch that after y'all watch this. Kyle is the one who allegedly helped Stunner Girl beat up Ivory, allegedly, and he recorded the fight. Still ain't seen the fight yet. Waiting on the fight. Waiting to exhale. Like, come on, give us that. Kai. Love Kai. Want Kai back every time. Want Kai back. I feel as though now the TV has been sleeping on Kai, because Kai give personality and hands. And don't mind running his phase and gonna give you shade every day, all day. Gonna run the phase. Gonna tell her how it is. I need to see Kai more on Now That's TV. Personally, I just need to see him more. D. Scott, somebody I don't want to see more at all, ever. I never think in my mind, like, you know what, who would be great for this show? D. Scott. Never. I just think they need to go home. I'm never being like, oh my God, D. Scott for the win. I feel as though D. Scott is annoying, very much. He failed tremendously on Love and War. And y'all wanted him to be a breakout star, and it just didn't give that. By the end of Playboys, it was like, D. Scott what? D. Scott who? D. Scott, we don't care. I feel as though D. Scott is like another ant, in my opinion. Like, we can go without. No shade. And then this boy, Qatari. Now, Qatari, did some tea about Qatari, allegedly. So, as y'all know, if you didn't know, I'm here to tell you, Landon and Gigi used to go together. Gigi is a blogger who works for Now That's TV. But anyways, Gigi and Landon used to go together. They had fell out real bad, real hard. Like, the love that was in the air has shattered to pieces. And allegedly, from what Landon said, Qatari and Gigi was messing around, but they was together. Allegedly. So they might get the time of that on the show. We don't know, though, Sway. We don't know. And this is alleged, but it seems like Qatari get around, too, because y'all remember Playboy Season 2 audition when it was in Atlanta and Naj slapped Ant. Mind y'all, when Isaiah was getting tore up from the floor for whatever man who wanted to come over there and get that with him, Qatari was his man at the time. I could have swore Isaiah was like, my man. And Qatari was sticking by Isaiah like glue. But they ended up breaking up. This a little bit after he broke up with, I think his name Jamar, that little light-skinned boy that Isaiah used to always be with. I think this was after him. But regardless, they was together for a little minute, broke up, it seems as though, and now he's going to put him on his show. I I don't mind, but it definitely seemed like, Qatar is making his rounds. No shade. And he used to be like real close with Ivory at one point. But that's T, all alleged, but we're gonna see him. We're gonna see him on the show. Now, in the midst of Landon and Maul getting into it, T-Lo, Mr. Return of the Mac, Mr. Big CEO, let it be known that nobody's safe and, anybody can lose their spot. Like, changes will be occurring. I think he was just trying to talk because Maul and Landon got into it and, he wanted to, that's more so what I think. I think the list is the list and none of the people that we're going to see, they might add, a couple people here and there, but please. Now, let's get into some other special guests. I am so excited. So, first of all, Poodie Tang will be one of the special guests. I'm excited because he has a fade with Landon. He has a fade with Isaiah. I believe that's it, but baby, you just never know. You just never know. But let me give y'all a little backstory about their beef. So, obviously, he has beef with Landon about Gigi. I've been telling y'all that. Now, Landon and Gigi no longer. Through. Done. Finito. So, I don't know if Landon still want to get that off the principle of what was. I don't know, but he has been thirsty, fiending for Poodie's attention. He been trying to get Poodie every chance he got. Like, he been seeking out Poodie for the longest. So, I don't know if he's still mad and he want to still get that or what. Okay, boom. Moving on to Isaiah and his beef. Isaiah is irritated with him because, Isaiah been not like a Poodie. Like, he never cared for Poodie. He's never wanted Poodie on his show, all that. Like, he just feel like, he can work Poodie. And then y'all know they seen each other somewhere. I can't remember exactly where they seen each other. But Poodie said, pop the trunk. You know what we came here to do. Pop the trunk. Because you know what we came here to do. I'm not playing with you. Him and his brother pulled up too deep and got on there. Isaiah came up to him telling me something. I'm on there. And Poodie said, on that, need that, boom. And punched Isaiah down, smacked him down. I said, Isaiah, don't walk up on him again. Poodie said he the Hulk and he need that every time. Don't you ever play with him. He said he on pop the trunk type of timing, man. He on pop the trunk type of timing. You don't need that. You don't want that. You can't get that. Just vibe. So, I be making myself laugh. But anyway, that's, Poodie's issue and what he finna come in the house into. So he probably got these two fades lined up. But again, you just never know. Now, a fade that both of them might have pending, but I know Manman for sure got it, is with Kyle. Kyle is the stylist of Stunner Girl. And like I told y'all, all that little details will be dropped in the next video. So make sure y'all go watch that next video that is after this video, because that's where y'all get the tea about Kyle or whatever. So, Manman has a fade with Kyle. He might have a fade with Maul and Isaiah too. Now, fade with Isaiah is on the strength of Poodie, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and this is just me being honest. With Manman definitely keep himself in the spotlight, but I really don't pay Manman too much mind, just because Manman hasn't necessarily been on a show like that. Like, he was on Valley Boys, but not on like a Now That's TV show. So I didn't know whether they were gonna really like cast him or not. So it was kind of just like, I never really paid Manman no mind and really keep up with his beef. But I do remember him and Kobe getting into it on live with Poodie. Like, him, Poodie versus Kobe. But Kobe not coming. And again, he is getting into it with Isaiah off the strength of Poodie. And then with Maul, they had beef going on around the Playboys reunion. So I don't know if he's still going to get that with Maul or not. But yeah, and I know him and Landon got the fight on Valley Boys. But other than that, I don't really know exactly who he's going to fade. Because like I said, I really don't pay him no mind. And last but not least is the twins. So obviously everybody has been wanting the twins on their camera for the longest. As y'all know, the last time we seen the twins was at Isaiah's birthday party. And they got the fight with Cassie and Ant. Like, that was a fight, okay? If y'all don't remember, it's on my Patreon. Go check it out. It's right there, baby. Like, we was freezing and everything to let y'all know where this went wrong. But y'all know that's the last time we kind of seen them, even like behind the scenes. In front of the camera, we haven't seen them since Playboys season 2. So, of course, everybody wants to see them. I don't really understand why they're coming in as special guests. In my opinion, they should just be a part of cast. I really do believe that they should be a part of cast. Now, a little bit, I know they had got into it with Kobe at one point. But again, Kobe is not coming. I don't understand why Kobe's not coming. At this point, Kobe need to come. Because really, people have more beef with Kobe than anybody else. But they had beef with Kobe. I don't know for sure, but I think they got into it with Rich Day too. That's alleged because I don't know if they really got into it with him too for sure. And I know they got into it with Dre. Q just went and dogged Dre out earlier today. But other than that, I really don't know who they have beef with necessarily. Like, I really don't know who they have beef with. Ant not there, Cashy not there. So who else are they fighting for real? But, people just want to see them in general. Now, like I told y'all, we gonna finally get into the mess between Mal and Landon. So Landon feels some type of way because, as y'all know, they had been telling us for the longest that Landon was going to be the host. They never said anything about a co-host. And I definitely understand where he coming from. Because if y'all never said anything about a co-host, why all of a sudden now it's a co-host on the flyer? So Landon ends up saying, I will not be attending Playboy season 3, ! No disrespect to Now That's TV and my network, period. Still open to further business and opportunities. I was not notified of anything regarding a co-host until I saw the flyer, like everybody else. Which, out of common courtesy, this is something I should have been told. Mal didn't have a co-host season 2. He won and got a fair opportunity host. I should have the same option. Any pending fades can be ran elsewhere. Now that TV knows I'm a call away, but I have to stand for something or fall for anything. Sorry to my supporters. Now, honestly, to me, I don't feel as though Landon is wrong. If y'all didn't notify me about a co-host, then, I do have an issue with that. Now, do I think that he should just take it to the head and be like, oh, I won't be attending? No, I think it should be some behind the scenes phone calls happening first. And if they saying, well, I said what I said, a co-host is had, a co-host is made, I would then be like, okay, don't worry about me. But also, too, I'm not understanding how they didn't ever swing that by him because, as y'all know, he's the secretary and Mal is the vice president. If Mal is the vice president and you're secretary, obviously, y'all should be working close to each other. So Mal never slipped up and said, hey, I'm going to be the co-host or anything like that. Like, y'all never had a conversation. It's been plenty of lives and stuff they have been on with each other. So I'm surprised that Mal never slipped up and told the secret, but now the cat is out the bag.
And Landon knew that I was the co-host. This not the first of the conversation that we had about the co-host. First off, let me bring y'all up to speed about something about the host with Playboys, because a lot of y'all don't know this, and this is where y'all fail to realize that, right? When I won season 1 of Playboys, and I'm gonna say this for the 100th time, when I won season 1 of Playboys, it was not in the contract that you come back after you win and you become the host. That's something that King Mal negotiated for himself, that I made a thing. That wasn't in the contract when you win your 10. You got your 10 and you was the season winner. You didn't come back and you be the host. I made that happen for myself. I talked and I made that happen for myself.
So baby Mal had more to say. So he ends up saying, anybody got a problem with me, say it with y'all chest. I'm y'all father, and that's what it is. Simple. All y'all Playboys thank me for my contribution. Now, as all this is going on, Poodie decides to be super extra messy. So Poodie ends up saying the disrespect is just too disrespectful. Me, personally, I wouldn't take that. I think we all need a Landon versus Mal rematch. He just keep playing in your face, and I don't like that for you, babes. Not Poodie need a pop the trunk moment for Mal and Landon. So Mal ends up coming back saying, it's crazy why all the special guests look poor. Just call them guests. Man said, poor or not, that ass is crazy. Poor or not, that ass is crazy. I'm popping the trunk on you, bitch. today, not tomorrow. Now, before I move forward with everything else that was said, because now it's just Landon talking. He really kind of talking to himself at that point. I really do want to say this. Okay, me personally, I do feel as though Landon has every right to feel how he feels. I'm not going to lie to y'all. They should have told him that, hey, you're going to have a co-host. They should have did that. Like, simple. I definitely don't think that Landon needs a co-host. I don't believe he needs one, though. I don't. I think that Landon has a big enough personality, and he definitely held season 2 on his back. I definitely believe that. And, you know, I do think that now that TV played in his face, and he do need to talk to them behind the scenes. Boom. Got that out the way. Now, I don't think that Mal should be blamed either. I don't think that Mal should have even really came out and said anything, because regardless, Landon needs to be talking to production, you know? I don't necessarily feel as though he was coming at Mal. I think he was just coming more so at Now That's TV, because he addressed Now That's TV, and he gave the example of, like, y'all let Mal host by himself, so let me host by myself too. I don't feel as though he was, you know, talking directly to Mal. I think Mal be hoeing him, though. I do. And I think Mal know, like, hey, I beat you up, I sunned you, and you would never play with me. Because, as y'all know, word on the curve, when it came to Love and War, he was paying Cashy off not to fight him. You know, when it came to Mal and Cashy, even, like, jumping Poodie and stuff, Landon never helped Poodie. So, Mal know that Landon was never on that type of timing with him. Never needed that from him. And I think with him, with him knowing that Landon never needed that from him, he was punking his every chance he got. He punks him every chance that he gets. He says whatever he wants to say to him, and Landon just takes it under the chin like a good boy. So Landon comes out with some more things to say. He said, y'all been peeped the shade. Y'all been peeped the slick remarks. Ma been sitting around with animosity. At the end of the day, I'm not hosting no show with a co-host when he didn't have to. The same rules should apply. And if you want to fight, we can. I never minded, and I stand on what I said. If I'm not the only host, I won't be attending. Bees can only pretend to like me for so long. They've been itching for an issue. Let's do it. He continues on and said, I'm on whatever anybody on. Always been that. Noted. Okay, like I said before, I definitely don't think he's on that with Mal, and that's no shade to Landon. Landon, he not on that with Mal. Like, as much as he playing, you know, the role of, like, he get like that, he's not going to get like that with Mal. Like, yeah, you do be on that, but I definitely believe that Mal been punking him for the longest, you know? And like I said, we've talked about that. Ma has punked him for the longest. Cashy has punked him for the longest. He never needed that. He's never been on that when it comes to these two men in particular. So, do I really believe he on that? No, I don't. I think Landon is lying, and he's saving face for the internet. But we know he's not on that. Even when it came to Love and War, you know, he was telling Cashy on the internet, like, okay, I'm going to see you at the reunion. I'm on that at the reunion, but wasn't on that on the show. So, therefore, like I said, in my opinion, just never on that. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye. Peace.